Can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat.
Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted as always to be joined by Thomas Cafu. This is the final prediction video for the unified world title fight taking place in Texas this weekend between Jesse Bam Rodriguez and Phumelela Cafu. Thomas, good to be joined by you as always. Undefeated versus undefeated here. One of many fights taking place this weekend. I've got a couple of questions to ask you, but as always, we'll go into final predictions first. What is your prediction for this one, please?
I see Jesse Bam Rodriguez putting on another spectacular performance. I think he gets it done inside the distance, and I think he does it before round six. I say either round five or round six, KO or TKO. I think he gets Cafu out of there. I know Cafu, unbeaten world champion himself, but um, Bam is just on a different level. And I think he's going to make relatively short work of Cafu um, on the 19th. So, yeah, that's my prediction. Bam by KO or TKO around five or six.
Round five or six. Fair enough. I think that I'm going to go into this in a little bit, Thomas. Obviously, as some people watching this video will know, Rodriguez's next fight has already been announced, which I think is crazy. Been announced for the 22nd of November against Fernando Martinez, who's also a world champion. So he's trying to become undisputed champion so quickly that they're announcing fights before other fights have taken place. I think that the reason why his fight in November has been announced ahead of time is because they're expecting him to make fairly easy work of Cafu. Rightly or wrongly, I think someone's done their research and they're assuming Rodriguez is going to win. And that's why they've gone ahead and made a fight for November as well. I'm going to go a bit earlier than you, Thomas. I'm going to go Rodriguez. Can't deny how impressive he's been. 21-0. It's being spoken about as kind of a pound for the pound for pound star in the next couple of years. I will go for round 3 or 4, but we will see what happens. Thomas, what's your opinion on this fight getting announced? I feel like I'm putting you on the spot here, but it's quite rare in boxing. I just feel like at world title level, Rodriguez is facing an undefeated world champion here in Cafu. Cafu travels to Japan to win his world title. This is his first defense. What's your opinion on the whole situation, please?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't really like it. I don't like the whole double booking thing, scheduling one fight before another takes place. Because I feel like that's when upsets always happen. Or, if an upset doesn't happen, then, a poor performance happens or a controversial, maybe they win a controversial decision or something like that. But I just feel like it always like, I don't know. It's just not good in my opinion. And I know we're always looking forward to what's next. And that's good and then fine. And I mean, if there are stories coming out that uh, you know, a certain fighter is going to be next for Bam, then that's fine too. But I mean, just don't schedule the fight and make it official before uh the fight he has coming up already takes place. I don't know. I don't like that. Not only do I not like it at all, but in this case, it's crazy that they're doing it when he's getting ready to fight in a unification fight already. Like he's not just fighting some guy, like he's fighting a world champion and they're already announcing his next fight. So I'm not a big fan of it.
No. And look, what I think's maybe happened here is that the fight was in the process of getting leaked. And rather than the fight get leaked, whether it be Matchroom, DAZN, Turkey Al Sheikh, they want to be the ones to announce the fight, which I get. But I hope that this doesn't become kind of a trend. Because I just think if you're Cafu, how does that make you feel? And also, if you're like Fernando Martinez, how does that make you feel? Because I feel like, look, I don't think Rodriguez is going to lose on Saturday, but could it be a tougher fight than he's expecting it to be? Yes. Could he get cut? Yes. Could he get injured? Yes. and then all of a sudden this fight in November is not taking place, and Martinez is scraping around for another much smaller fight with a lot less money, right? So yeah, I'm not a fan of it. As you can probably tell, I'm really not a fan of it, Thomas. However, Rodriguez now, I think we're expecting him to be the holder of two belts after Saturday. Martinez is the WBA champion. Willie Baldo Garcia is the IBF champion. I imagine, no, it's quite a quick route to undisputed, but I imagine they're gonna persuade Garcia to fight maybe in the first third of 2026, and we're expecting Bam to become undisputed champion the first half of 2026. It sounds like that's the goal. Do you think if he is undisputed, and I say if, like I'm not going to assume he's going to beat all these guys, but if he is undisputed, Thomas, do you think he's then going to move up to bantamweights, possibly against Junto Nakatani, possibly to fight for more world titles at that weight? Do you think that's going to be the goal, or could we see him kind of stay at super flyweight for a little while, do you think?
I think in all likelihood he'll probably move up at some point. I just think there's more dance partners for him up there. Um, at 115, it's just kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of talented fighters and champions at 115, but um, no one quite on the level of Bam,
No.
and no one on the like name recognition level of Bam either. So I think it's only a matter of time before he moves up and fights some of the names there.
Yeah, for sure. And I think about he's still very young, still only 25 years old, so he's maybe not in a rush to try and fight Nakatani, move up in weight before he should do. So we'll see. Enjoying the journey, and we will see what happens on Saturday night. He's up against an undefeated world champion, and it could be a tougher fight than expected. Thomas, good to be joined by you as always. I'll speak to you very soon.
Likewise, thank you.